Hey, here's a little disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the MAWP organization. And there are some themes and subject matter that may not be suitable for all audiences, so viewer discretion is advised. All right, show is showing.
Showing a show.
Time is it, Chris? Just you don't have to say it out loud. You just have to look at it, and we have to not have a 3-hour show today. That's all. That's my goal. If I have a goal as a producer of the show, it is that our show is not 3 hours long.
Well, how long would you like it?
Man, the whole show only needs to be 2 hours.
Okay.
Like 2 hours and 15 minutes is that was the sweet spot. I felt like 2 hours and 15 minutes. That was good. But when our show starts getting to 3 hours, dude, last couple shows I've cut out so much of us just fucking talking.
Just jabbering about dumb shit.
Well, there was one show that we did with Ashley a while back, and it was like I was having to keep track of time, or she was keeping track of time, and I was confirming with her, and I was thinking, oh, everything she's saying is right, but really it wasn't right, and I just didn't care. I was like, and she may have known, and just was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You know? It was like, dude, we've been here for an hour.
She probably just didn't understand the whole
No,
thing.
she probably knew all along. And that's the thing is that, like, any one of you can just say, hey, enough. It's enough. We can be done. We can be done now. We can just stop. Just change the subject, cut the saw, you know. We're all in this together, and we don't want 3-hour shows. Well, not only that, but see, we're in this month. It's a 5-week month, and I have to do 5 shows. Now I've already used a huge chunk of our show space with a 3-hour show. So I did it last week. Right. I mean, to be fair, I could have cut out a ton of stuff still, but as it was, I was cutting out stuff that was making certain conversations tricky. It's like, and it flowed well. It just flowed well. The show flowed well. It's like I'm not really bummed about it. It just is what it is. I would like it to be a little more easier to maintain. You know,
gotcha.
Manageable. Let's keep it manageable. That's all. There's all kinds of times where I'll sit and talk. I was like, yeah, this is part of the show. But it's not always part of the show. Sometimes I'll cut it out. Sometimes we'll talk so fucking long. It's like, oh, I got to cut that shit out.
What have you been thinking of this weather lately?
Weather's been fantastic. I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
Did you hear about Friday?
What happened Friday?
No, this Friday.
What's this Friday?
It'd be like almost 85, almost 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's great.
So.
We're on schedule. Like, we're on the week that we're on. Like, this week, we're doing a show, because we actually did take a week off of doing a show.
Yep.
And in that week's time, I actually did record some vinyl, some records.
Oh, good.
Yeah, with varying results. All the results were better than they've been in the past, but some of them were better than others, and some of them I just think, like, it varies from record to record. It seems like, and man, I'm just not sure where all the problems are coming in.
But you said the cassettes are still...
Well, the cassette problem that I had was when I switched over to try and record cassettes, I was getting a buzz through the system that I've never heard before. It's never been before, but now there's what sounds like a ground issue. So I was just like, so I just skipped that altogether. Now, but the last time I recorded cassettes at all, I recorded directly from the cassette deck, which, again... from the headphone jack, not from the auxiliary out or anything like that. I think if I were... But even that, I don't know. It seems like the signals coming from everything is too hot for these sources.
Well, if you're coming out of the headphone...
I'm not, though.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you're coming out of the headphone, that is amplified. Minorly amplified. If you're coming out just the auxiliary out of the back, that's not amplified at all. That's just a straight signal.
Yep.
Because it's counting on the stereo to amplify it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at a lower level. So, but if that is so, was it buzzing through the system all the way through, or was it directly off of the recorder that it was buzzing, or was it through this that it was buzzing?
I don't know, because that runs through this.
All right. So, but you didn't take a cord directly from the tape recorder and plug it directly into your recorder. Okay, so that means it's something else. Because the recorder wouldn't just buzz just for no reason.
So the results of the records vary, and I might play some of the so-so recordings anyway. Like the Rhino Humpers didn't want to transfer well, but some of them, yeah, I don't know why. There's such a drastic difference from record to record and song to song. Yeah. I had other things to say about that, but I don't remember what they were.
I went camping.
That's rad.
Yep. It's kind of neat. First time took the old puppy out. Ginger. Took her time to adapt. I mean, it was like day one.
This is recording, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Day one. We get there. She's like, cool, an adventure. Playing in the dirt. All right, cool. Hanging out. All right, cool. Gets a little bit later. She's kind of going, all right, how much longer are we going to be here? But then when she realized that we're staying the night there, she goes, all right, well, I guess we're staying the night. So she sleeps. The next day, she's like a hippie, saying, all right, I guess we're just hippies living in the woods now. So she just totally kind of adapted a lot better after that. And then, so she was doing a lot better and stuff. And she was very good about not barking. She didn't bark at all about anything.
Sweet.
She was being very cool. Didn't have any issues with her, really. Yeah. Took her down to the water and stuff. She was kind of cool with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, doing pretty good. She's a good camping dog.
That's good to know.
Yes.
It helps to have a dog that will bark occasionally.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that if she needed to, I'm pretty sure that she would.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she would. Because she does bark every once in a while. Usually like when we're playing and stuff, when she wants to get our attention and stuff, so. But never aggressively. I've never seen her aggressively do anything like that yet.
Yeah.
So.
So, we're in a post-Avengers world. You said you've not seen Avengers, and I don't blame you.
No.
It's a nightmare of a length of movie.
Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours, 5 minutes.
It is breaking all the records in the world, box office wise. It's like the greatest.
I've heard it's even
financial
getting up there to Avatar.
Closing in. It realistically has about $500 million to make to get to Avatar money, but considering it's only been out 2 weeks, it could. It's very, very possible. I was saying it could before, but I was saying this based off of nothing. You know, I mean, I don't know fucking shit. Right. It's an unfathomable amount of money to comprehend. But I mean, Disney now has made so much money that they might own us right now. Like
they probably do.
Yeah, like
we're probably all programs and we just don't even realize it.
I don't know.
So, yeah.
But it's a monster, and I foresee a rebellion against things that make a lot of money and big corporations. Now, there's going to be people who love it and buy into this forever, because therein lies the heart and the root of evil and selling out, and like major corporations eating everything up and making it all soulless and sterile and Disneyfied, and people going, that's not what I want. Yeah. I don't want that.
Well, they're making it all a monopoly, so it's all one way. Yeah, and it's just like,
we're okay. So it's a tricky thing, because like we want a world that is unified and everyone loves each other and gets along, and we can share ideas and information and everything freely, but then at the same time, like there are certain things we don't want, and certain freedoms and rights that we take for granted that like get muted or lost along the way of that type of thing. So it's like this eternal struggle, the empire versus the rebellion, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's absolutely that.
Yeah. I mean, because, rebels, that's not good. If we had rebels in this country, we would be like, oh, fuck the rebels. Fuck the fucking rebels. But then it would be like, oh, but then we're the empire. If you're fucking the rebels, then you're the empire.
Yeah.
All right, and if you're the empire, then you're the bad guy.
Yep.
And it's like, well, then we need to go join the rebellion and fuck the fucking empire.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, but then you're the bad guy because you were. It's like, oh, it never ends.
No, it's like a lose-lose, win-win.
So, songs. We've got songs.
All right.
We're not jumping into songs just yet, but we've got songs up the ass because we've had a week off. This is something this is why I drifted away there, because this is what I was getting to, is that we had a week off, like of not recording the show, which I don't think we've had a week off of not recording the show since we started, right? We've recorded every week.
Yep, every week. Except for one week we didn't, I believe.
Well, I think we still did shows. You just weren't here one week. Like, that was all.
Yeah. You did the show. Yeah.
So, this was our first week of actually taking the week off that the releases already took. The release we took a week off of releasing, but we kept recording. So this was our week off, and so since I had the week off, I finally had time to sit down and dig into some songs and record some stuff and try and dial some of this stuff in and test some stuff, and I think I can even get some of the stuff better now. Was one of the points I was going to make because of what some of the stuff that I know. It's just a matter of adjusting levels with each particular recording, which is just a hassle. I would rather everything be streamlined and just dump it all in. It's just not that streamlined, fortunately.
Yeah.
But some of the recordings turned out okay, and I will dance around them precariously because I might not play some of them today, actually. And then we've got a couple songs that we were using for our compilation that we'd been saving, and we might start playing those too because that compilation is not coming out anytime soon. Oh, and then I've got other stuff too. Oh, there's so many exciting things. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not going to tell you any of them.
Leave me on edge.
Yeah. Couple things that we've heard before, some groups, and some things we haven't, and definitely some songs we've not heard.
Something else I did camping. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me and Ashley were thinking, okay, this is going to be the first time. It's going to be kind of cold, so let's maybe hook up a small, tiny TV and play some video games because it's going to be cold and shit. So we're looking at the Goodwills and stuff, just trying to find a small little flat screen TV, like maybe have a DVD player in it or something, a little like 20-inch or a little tiny one. Couldn't find one. Finally I realized, hey, I got this little tiny projector that I bought from Goodwill for like $7. Little tiny projector. Right? And I was I'll plug that in because I remember plugging it in and it was kind of cool because it had its like own little thing so you could actually focus it and tell that it's focused because it had this wording and stuff. So I was like, well, why don't we just use this? So she goes, all right. So I just pack up the stuff that I think we would need to make it and a white piece of paper so it could project it on or something because I didn't have any way of really hooking it up. I've never done this before. And I had that Nintendo game, or is it PlayStation? That's got like all the games in the Nintendo container. Yeah,
PlayStation. I don't know what it is.
So we hooked that up, and it was awesome. It was so cool. It was like we were just sitting there playing video games and stuff, and you could tell that there was kids walking by, and my little side vent windows were open, and they were going, they're playing video games. They're camping. That ain't fair. Right? And I was like, that's freaking awesome. So, and then I had found a thumb drive with the movie Gravity.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen that movie? Sandra Bullock?
Nope.
It's actually a pretty good movie. She's like out in space and...
She has to move faster than gravity or otherwise it'll blow up?
Well, kind of.
Oh.
Well, because like a micrometeor shower fucks up their fucking ship that they're on and stuff. So they have to go to the ISS, the International Space Station.
Uh-huh.
But they don't have a ship to do it. They have to do it with their jetpacks and shit. So it's like totally sketchy. So they have to tie each other to themselves and stuff to get to the International Space Station.
Huh.
Well, they get there, and then that gets all fucked up, and there's the Chinese space station that's a little further off and they try to get to, and they all end up fucking dying except for fucking one girl. And she ends up in the fucking thing, and then fucking all hell breaks loose, and it starts falling before it can and stuff. Oh, it's just crazy. But she lives.
I was hearing something else while you were talking too. It might have been maybe something in your hand.
Is that
or something.
static?
No, it's like a rattling or a clacking or something. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. It was actually a really intense movie. Well, it's just weird having it be on the thumb drive. I was like going, how the fuck did this get on the whole movie get on the damn thumb drive? This is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I gotta look up. I guess it's a DVD to MP4 converter. It's a program.
Huh.
And I was just like, oh shit, I could put a ton of movies on fucking a bunch of thumb drives and But I bought this but anyways, I bought this big old pull down screen.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm gonna try to figure out how to make it be the wall in my van.
Yeah. So you can play games all the time.
So I can play games all the time.
There's so many things going on in this conversation right now because having a bunch of movies on thumb drives seems kind of fun. Like having a whole drawer full of movies. And
exactly.
They're much more encapsulated and condensed than DVDs, you know.
Yeah. I do question the picture quality, though, because it was kind of sketchy at times, but I don't know if it was because of the projector or what. Because it's not like a high-definition projector or nothing. Yeah. But, I mean, it's pretty good.
It's going to be probably degraded somewhat, but I mean, whatever.
I mean, it's good enough for playing video games and all that.
And you can get yourself a little screen, like you know, a movie screen, right?
Well, I picked one up at Goodwill for $10, but I mean, it's like, I thought, this is almost perfect width of my van. No, it's about that much wider than my van. But the screen is the proper width, so I'll just take the casing off. And then create some sort of a frame for that screen. Yeah. Because I need the material. That's what I wanted, was the material of the screen itself.
Yeah, you can put something like that in here. You could have projections going on while the show's going on. You can set the projector up right there. And
that's kind of what I'm working on, and stuff like that. Or that we could like play some video games at the same time. Talk about music, play video games.
Yes.
I wish I had like Donkey Kong.
Well, I've mentioned this too, and so if we were doing things, so like if we had the live stream set up, then what we could do is come in a little early and have a live stream where we're playing video games, just setting up, just bullshitting and getting stoned. Then we go and we do the show for a couple hours, and so then it's like a 4-hour stream of stuff. And like 2 hours of it can be video games, and then they can be separated like onto different platforms and for different audiences because not everyone wants to sit and watch people play video games, but some people do, like they specifically do.
Ashley watched and I was just like, and it was funny because I watched this Family Guy, and it shows about fucking podcasts and stuff about this. She started to be an eater or something like that. So she would just eat everything. And just open up the fridge, just start eating shit. Blah, 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 blah. Jar pickles, fucking mayonnaise, blah, 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 whatever. And she got really famous on podcasts, and she got diabetes and lost her feet. They had to cut her feet off, Meg's feet and shit, from Family Guy and shit.
I see.
Or was it American Dad?
That sounds like Family Guy. Because Meg is a character on the Family Guy.
Oh yeah, so it's Family Guy. All right. Well, Ashley's looking at something on her phone, and I was like, "What are you looking at?" She goes, "Oh, this guy, look at this. He fucking ordered a pizza, 12 chicken wings, 2 cheeseburgers, French fries, like 3 Cokes, and then all this food, and he eats it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He just says, all right, I'm going to eat this in 20 minutes. And he's just, all right, you know, a big old giant piece of cake and shit. And I'm just like going, what the fuck is this world coming to that fucking people are entertained by somebody attempting suicide in a fashion? Because at any time they could choke on that food and die, or any time they could fucking, you know, have a heart attack from eating so many goddamn calories at once and shit.
There are fine lines, okay, because her and I mentioned and we've talked about like eating contests. She's into eating contests, and I've seen that. I've been fascinated with that. You know that actually about me because I've been into that Coney Island hot dog eating contest forever. And I've also got my own the Tacomania, the taco eating contest that I've always wanted to do for Tacoma because this thing is just, it makes such sense. Hard shell tacos, that's a challenge, not a fucking hot dog. You have to chew a hard shell taco. And plus taco, Tacoma, Tacomania, all these things just make sense. But the fucking the gluttony and the depravity of shoving food down your throat and the whole America in general is fucked up because of stuff like that. But it's not exclusively even America.
I know.
What you're touching on is very real in our society that people do encourage and pay for and be entertained by that kind of thing. And I'll just be honest, a lot of the entertainment that I make is in response to that. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of that. And like, you know, so maybe I can offer something to someone who's just not into something that's fucked up. No. We've all been through the ringer, like in our circles of friends and stuff like that. And we've had some very hardcore punk rock moments and friends and situations, all these stuff. So we don't need to wallow in it. Or embrace it or glamorize it or anything like that. It's like, yeah, those things happened and that's cool. But you know, kids don't need to necessarily be exposed to it or go through all that stuff. They're going to have a hard time. They're going to have a hard life as it is, and they don't need it accelerated or worsened. In fact, that they could use some advice and some direction sometimes. It's like, hey, maybe you don't need to party so hard all the time. You know, like you know, needles. That's not a party. You're not partying anymore. Yeah. You're a junkie.
Yep, you're a junkie. That's not partying anymore.
Yep, you lost the party.
Yep.
Okay,
that's a party fail.
Yep. All right, we're going to jump into songs. Even though I have all these great songs, and I know exactly all the songs I've got, I don't know what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, he's just going to roll the dice.
Yep. Let's see where it goes.
Point and shoot, see what happens.
Well, you're coming to the world all screaming, and screaming run through free and brave, and everyone you know and love drops soon or late into their grave, and rocks is rocks, and dust is rocks, and bones is rocks, and that's the end. But this party's never gonna die, so we'll have to bend the rules a touch and raise the dead. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. Well, we got chips and dipping alcohol. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. There'll be the life of the body after all. Well, everyone you know is here from every age and race. Well, all 4 Beatles just showed up on stage and killed the place. Saw them while they're playing Marco Polo in the billiard room, and Grant's been charging 20 bones. Guess who's in his tomb? Raise the dead! Raise the dead! Raise the dead! We'll sing and dance until we hit the wall. Raise the dead! Raise the dead! of solid coal. But everybody dies. So raise the dead. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. Welcome to the entropic carnival. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. Will be the life of the party after all. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. We got drinks and drinks and alcohol. Raise the dead. Raise the dead. Will be the life of the party after life of the party after life of the party I got your picture. I got it so I won't forget your smile. I hate to think that I would. I hate to think that you think I could. Forget your smile. We'll have fun for a little while. You're looking good right now. You're looking good like a fancy town. I've got your shoes, girl. I got it so I won't forget your size. We're gonna leave tonight. I just can't wait to get up in your thighs. Let's leave right now. We're gonna fuck then we'll work it out. I don't know what you're shouting about. It's my tongue that's gonna walk about. I've got your picture. I got it so I won't forget your smile. I hate to think that I would. I hate to think that you think I could. I've got your shoes, girl. I got them so I won't forget your size. We're gonna leave tonight. I just can't wait to get up in your thighs. Let's leave right now. We're gonna fuck then we'll work it out. I don't know what you're shouting about. It's my tongue that's gonna walk about. Oh
A world, it goes all around and the world, it rocks up and down and the world, it balls around the music in the town. And you and and me are free just to do anything we please, and we go just to follow that sound. Yes, we live for the rhythm and blues, and we do anything we choose, and we go just to follow that sound and be free without all cares, and to be where the lovers are, just to go to a place where there's rhythm and blues and be free. And when you're getting bored in school, or as you're at your home without a thing to do, you hit the radio dial and turn it on. Cause the rhythm and blues is really brand new, just to sit and listen to the rockin' bands. Happiness will come wherever you are. Yes, we live for the rhythm and blues, and we do anything we choose, and we go just to follow that sound and be free without our cares, and to be where the lovers are, just to go to a place where there's rhythm and blues and be free. The rhythm and blues, and we do anything we choose, and we go just to follow that sound and be free. For the rhythm and blues, and we do anything we choose, and we go just to follow that sound and be free. For the rhythm and blues, for the rhythm and blues.
Smelter got it rusted away. Take one word, better run your day. Wake up to it in the morning. Jesus Christ is a illusion morning. People drive by on the freeway, point their fingers and say you put it. It comes from the place with the Helter smelter. Tacoma's got a thing called Noxious Fumes. It comes from the place with the Helter smelter. Tacoma's got a thing called Noxious Fumes. Everybody is full of come down and they say this town is fucking dead. You're gone from the place with the Helter smelter. Tacoma's got a thing called Noxious Fumes. Gone from the place with the Helter smelter. Tacoma's got a thing called Noxious Fumes. Wake up to it in the morning. Jesus Christ is a pollution warning. People drive by on the freeway, point their fingers and say you bought it. It comes from the place with the Helter smelter. Tacoma's got a thing called Noxious Fumes. Comes from the place with the Helter smelter. Tacoma's got a thing called Noxious Fumes. Tacoma, Tacoma. Tacoma has Noxious Fumes.
Okay. We're back after hearing a set of songs from the greater Tacoma area. We heard Noxious Fumes, Helter Smelter, Rhythm and Blues by the Blokes from Gig Harbor. That was an old record from a long, long time ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Recorded right here in Tacoma.
Blokes.
Yep.
Nice.
We heard Ooh-Hoo by Paris Spleen. And The Eternal Battle by John Walker and the Hitchhikers, which is one of my favorite songs from the area, actually. It's a classic. I heard them at Louis G's for the first time play on a Nightmare show that they weren't happy with, and they were out of place on the bill, and they broke up shortly after that. But I don't know that the two things were related. But,
I hope not. Oh, that place sucked. Yeah, I can't do this anymore.
It arguably did suck most of the time. When it started doing shows in 2009, it had it was just rinky dink at first, and then they had a disreputable booking agent in there for a period of time. And then there was a period of time where it was a little better, but still unruly, and it was mismanaged and went down quick. That's the Seafarer in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But it did have some amazing bands through there in that year. Just amazing bands and some incredible shows, actually. It was crazy.
Is that where you introduced me to that one tequila? The El Relingo?
Yeah.
Or do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've still, you know what? To this day, I still talk to distillers. I talk to people that are trying to find it, and I have yet to be able to find it. It's been sad.
Bill would be the guy I would talk to about anything tequila. Like,
really?
Yeah. He would probably like have some kind of idea.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Okay, we were kids growing up, and I drank a lot when we were kids, like a lot. I started drinking at a really young age, actually. Like, I started sneaking in and getting like sips of booze. They kept it on top of the fridge, I think. So I would climb but I was under 10, like when I started sipping booze.
Yeah,
man.
I think I was like 17. Yeah, I was a late bloomer when it comes to that.
Now, I remember. I don't remember, but I have heard stories of me being a little kid, like 1-2 years old at Christmas time, walking up to the coffee table and grabbing a shot glass and just, and then crying and going to sleep.
What the fuck was that?
But I downed, I guess, a whole shot of whiskey, and I wasn't really into booze, but then. At the same time, I was actually no. I take that back. I was totally into booze. I had glamorized it from an early age. Candy cigarettes and orange soda. That was scotch and cigarettes. And like so, I would sneak in to the kitchen, climb the counter, get on top of the fridge, and open that cupboard and just take a little taste of it, because there's a taste on your tongue when you're a little kid, man. Will get you. And then that progressed over the years, and so I was like, man, if I keep doing that, it's going to be noticeable, like these different things, because they had some that were really tasty drinks, like amaretto. Amaretto was just delicious, so I got a taste for that at a young age, actually. And but then some things weren't, so I would have to like do things to make them taste better, or whatever. But also, like, I had to then steer towards clear things, because then I could dilute it just a little bit. And I remember once. In the 10 to 12-year-old range, my dad making a comment to my mom about maybe it was a little funny, thinking that the booze was a little funny, and even like I even might have overheard something about like, do you think he's smart enough to go up there and do this shit and water this down? Like so I was like, I stopped. I just like, oh, gotta stop doing that. Yeah. But yeah, so I was sort of drinking at a pretty young age, and then I could, when I was getting out in my early teens, I would go out and swipe it just all the time, because bootlegging was so unreliable. Right. But I could go into the store and sneakily steal booze, and it was, weak light stuff early on, Mad Dog 2020 or California Coolers, stuff like that, Bartles and James, all that stuff in the late 80s, mid to late 80s. But I liked the convenience and the effectiveness of hard alcohol. Always from a young age, there was an appeal to that to me. It's like, you don't need much. Just it's really effective. It's going to do the trick, and it's going to do the trick better. Not going to fill up on all this garbage and have all this shit to puke up. No, you're going to puke up much less.
Much less. You know?
Yeah. So then, but when we were in our teens, and drinking hard in our teens, just partying fucking hard, I ran out of every booze. I drank to the point of like, oh, I've drank that too much. I've puked myself nearly to death, and I'm never going to touch that stuff again. And it was like that with Blue Hawaiians, and it was like that with Wild Turkey, and it was eventually like that with tequila.
Were you with me when we got that stuff from that abandoned house? I think it was like on Fox Island or something.
The scotch, the 12-year-old scotch.
Oh,
actually, it was 20-year-old. It was 12-year-old scotch that was 20 years old. Oh my god, it was actually, that's one of the best booze I ever drank.
Oh, me too. But I got so fucking sick off that stuff. I cannot even look at that stuff anymore.
Oh man,
oh my god,
loved it.
No.
Oh wow, that was an amazing experience. Actually, even for a teenager as I was like, wow. So I was off tequila though in my teens.
See, tequila, I that's my drink. Tequila and like Corona or Hefeweizen or whatever. But I mean, I'm not a heavy drinker. I'll do a couple of shots and that's it. It's not like I'm gonna drink a half a fifth or something like that, because I just can't do that.
I was like almost completely off booze entirely, and in the early 2000s I was just like, I'm over it, don't need to drink, it's not doing nothing for me. And like in the 90s there was the heyday of like microbrews and dark beers, and there were some really exotic great beers out there. And
that's going on right now too. That's what Ashley's doing.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the same, I don't drink them, but there were some great beers back then, and like, some just dark beers you could hold the knife up in, and just like...
There's beers now that taste like chicken and waffles.
I don't want that.
Yeah, just weird stuff.
That's the last thing I would want.
And then they got like the new hip thing now is ciders.
Yeah, ciders can be good, man.
There's a ton of that stuff out now. I can't have it. To me, a cider is that's wine. And I'm not a wine drinker either.
It's way different and way better than wine. It sits way different. Has a completely different effect. Wine has a weird effect.
But to me, the taste.
Yeah.
I just can't. That sourness, that bitterness. I'm just...
Now, in the early 2000s, Sammy Hagar came along with his Cabo Wabo. He had this company he'd invested in.
I enjoyed Cabo for a little bit, but then it's...
Well, at first it was amazing. Like, no, at first I wasn't drinking. Like, at this point I would just like... and so,
Cabo Wabo Blue?
I wasn't drinking at all at first. No. I had been listening to Howard Stern for whatever reason, and I'm not a big, huge Howard Stern fan. Not a big, huge Sammy Hagar fan. I'm notoriously not a big fan of Sammy Hagar. Had a couple of his records when I was a kid. He's got some good songs, with Van Halen. But I don't ever take him seriously. I've not ever taken him seriously. No. But so he's on Howard Stern this time, and he's trying to hawk this tequila, and I'm like, why? What are you doing? I heard him say this before. I was like, I don't care about this spiel, dude, and your fucking tequila. And but he was so sincere, and he sold me. Like, he just sat there and he like started laying it out, and he was talking about the science and talking about how it was processed, and he was talking about the refinement and talking about how pure it was, and how he's like, man, you can drink a whole bottle of this stuff, and he's like, I can drink a whole bottle of this stuff and wake up without a hangover. And it's like, it's great, it's pure, it's feel.
That's bullshit though. I drink a bottle of that,
dude.
I'm waking up with a hangover.
Okay, so we'll get to that. Based on the experience, based on his sales pitch, his sincerity, I was like, I'll try it, Sammy. You sold me. I'm gonna go and fucking try it. I'm gonna go and try it. And I went and I bought a bottle of the Cabo Wabo Blue, and drank it with a bunch of friends while we were playing poker one night, and it was fantastic.
Yep.
I had 2 or 3 shots, whatever I had. Some lime. It was just fucking fantastic. It was good, clean, nice tequila. Woke up the next day feeling great.
Yep.
I was like, wow. So this became a thing for a while. And then I experimented with some of the upper shelf ones. Like, wow, it gets even better. There's even better fucking grades of this. It's like, wow, this is fucking fantastic. Mm-hmm. And it was. And there came one time, a buddies of mine's bachelor party, where like I bought 2 bottles, and I bought 1 bottle for everyone to share, and I bought 1 bottle for me. And I drank a lot of that fucking bottle, dude. Like, I didn't have too far to walk from the bachelor party to my house, but I don't remember making it. I was just fucking hammering, right? Because I did drink pretty much that whole bottle. I had a little left because I think I might have taken it with me. I don't know. But the bottom line is that I woke up the next day, no hangover.
Wow.
I was drunk, but I didn't have a hangover. I was still fucking drunk. I was like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I've not ever really had that happen before, where I wasn't hungover, but still drunk.
I've just been so drunk off of tequila that I just assume no matter what tequila I drink, I'm going to have a hangover. But I mean, I don't know, maybe not. But I ain't kind of try my luck.
Yeah, here's
I'll
the
do
thing.
a couple shots. That's it.
That company eventually sold out to a bigger company, and no sooner did it sell out than the product changed. It was a different thing.
Did change?
It did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, overnight. To the point where I was like, oh, I can't drink it anymore. And like instantly can't drink it anymore. It doesn't do the same. It's not the same. Like I could tell the first like time I took a shot, it was like, oh wow, that's like it's fucking. It's like, what is this trash? It's like tequila now. And that's when I started experimenting with some other things like the Rolingo. Rolingo, Patron. Patron was good.
Patron, yep.
But
that rock and roll tequila out that I could get for my work is like Patron.
Yeah.
Very similar to Patron.
Well,
and it comes in a way cooler bottle.
I ain't drinking it these days. Just like, not even gonna bother. Like, I can see myself drinking maybe a nice beer or even just a crappy Corona or something on a hot August day, or something like that maybe. But maybe not. Does not have a strong draw or appeal to me. I mean, sometimes sometimes I could say, oh, a beer would sound really good right now. So would a cigarette.
Yeah.
Just like at a particular moment here or there, it's like, oh, that could be nice. And it might be. I might have a beer or a cigarette sometime. I'm not against any of it, but I'm probably not. I just, like, as I sit here right now, I don't see that happening.
I'd more have a beer than a cigarette.
I could have both. Yeah. Just have a little party, for about a half hour. It's like, woohoo!
So I can after I quit. I don't know, of course, the last time, because you were around the first time I quit, ended up in the riot and shit. Well, the second time I quit, I think my body was just done. I was just done. Because I how I did the patch and I did it wrong.
Yep.
I did it way wrong, but I was still totally done. I was totally done. So that's why I'm just like saying, yeah.
What you're saying is absolutely a thing because, like I know just from experience also that returning to something like that after an absence, it can have some adverse effects later on down the line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to find my words right now. I'm coughing. Stupid coughs. We're going to play some songs.
All right.
And we'll come back and I'll spoil Game of Thrones for you.
All right. I haven't seen any episode of that anyways.
I know, but I already spoiled the whole plot for you, and now I'm going to tell you about this current plot. I'll spoil that for you. Yeah.
All right.
Everything
Kennedy's head, Kennedy's head, shot by the government through the head, not by Lee Oswald like they said. We all want to know about Kennedy's head. We all want to know about Kennedy's brain, Kennedy's brain, Kennedy's brain. The government lost it, that's insane. Lost his brain, that's insane. The government lost it, Kennedy's brain. We all want to know about the magic ride, the magic ride, the magic ride. Shot from the front and shot from behind. That magic bullet took some ride. We all want to know about the magic ride. We all want to know about the CIA, the FBI, and LBJ. You all had something to gain that day. What happened that day? What happened that day? We all want to know about what happened that day. Why should we believe you telling all these lies for so many years? Why should we believe you? The government lied and it lied and it lied. The government lies and it lies and it lies. Government lies. We all want to know about Kennedy's head, Kennedy's head, Kennedy's head. Shot by the government through the head, not by Lee Oswald like they said. We all want to know about Kennedy's head. We all want to know about Kennedy's head. We all want to know about Kennedy's brain. We all want to know about the CIA. We all want to know about the FBI. We all want to know about the magic ride. We all want to know about LBJ. We all want to know about what happened that day. We all want to know about what happened that day. We all want to know about Kennedy's head. Kennedy's head. Kennedy's dead. Kennedy's dead. Kennedy's dead. Kennedy's head. Kennedy's dead. I bet you like to see it. Kennedy's head.
Rockstar. 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 I'm a rock star, baby. I'm a motherfucking beast and a rock star, baby. Couple drinks and I go so crazy. Couple puffs and I feel so lazy. Yeah, I'm a rock star, baby. In my old school Miro. Flow so cold you could call it Sub-Zero. In this game I'm feeling like a major player. Got enough heat to hit that ass with Kamehameha. I ride up in the old school truck, and if you're thinking I ain't spitting, then you're crazy as fuck. Or what? We be drinking and driving, about to jump in the crowd, cause I see that they vibing. Let me show you how to rock out. If they get to tripping, somebody get knocked out. It's the West Coast, baby, and we go so crazy. Rockstar, baby. Rockstar, baby. Yeah. Rockstar, baby. I'm a rockstar. Rockstar, baby. So what, we crazy. Northwest, so shady. And I'ma raise me a rock star, baby. I'm from the town with them crazy clowns, sounding like Tech 9 when they make it sound. Chip, I put it down and I grew up on Coleon. What? I'm hoping that I make it home. And if not, then I'm back on the block. And then I'm back in the kitchen and I'm back with the pot. So what? I ain't trying to get shot. But if I did, they probably bring my music back like a pop. But I'm not. They call me Eastsider. Hop up in the G-Ride, I'm an Eastsider. So come here, lady, cause I'm a rock star, baby. Rock star, baby. Rock star, baby, yeah. Rock star, baby.
I'm a rock star.
Rock star, baby. Rock star, baby, yeah. Rock star, baby.
I'm a rock star.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4. Meet me in the telly cause we all wanna roll. Northwest coast and I'll take it to the Golden Gate. Mash it down I-5, stop through Oregon State. I got a lot on my plate, but no time to wait. Tiny shake, touchdown, boy, he bout to move some weight. And they can't take it, so they blame it on the 80s. Cause it made me a rock star, baby.
Rock star. Rock star. Rock star.
I'm a rock star, baby.
Rock star. Rock star. Rock star.
I'm a rock star, baby. Rock star, baby. Rock star, baby, yeah. Rock star, baby.
I'm a rock star.
All right, well, while you're doing that, we should come back to our show.
All right.
We just heard the Variety Hour. That song was rocking. It was rad. I enjoyed that song a lot. Kimmy Come On by the Variety Hour. I've had pollution. Lots of other fantastic music in that set. Can't find my glasses because they're in my lap. Isaiah, Rockstar Baby. Kennedy's Head by Smoking Caterpillar. Hold Your Ground by Pink Snout.
Seaside Trist.
What's that?
Seaside Trist.
Trist or Trist?
Maybe Trist. T-R-Y-S-T?
I would say that's Trist.
Trist.
Which is, yes, it's like, hooking up. Shacking up with someone. A tryst. A little,
is that what that is?
A little rendezvous. A fling. As something,
Yeah. They were good, too. They kind of remind me of, they should have been on The Wedding Singer.
Is that right?
Yeah, they should have been the band on The Wedding Singer instead of the band that was on The Wedding Singer.
You were telling me, I guess, because the people coming into this part of the show, they're like, because one of those things, like, what the fuck are they talking about? Fuck! You had a show, was it Saturday?
Saturday, yes.
With Mirror Gloss at Louis G's.
Mirror Gloss at Louis G's.
And Seaside Tryst.
Yeah, Seaside Tryst.
Adult Prom.
Yep. It was supposed to be at the Plaid Pig, but there's
Pig
something going on there, so they have
episode.
Yeah, so they had it there, and it was actually pretty cool. They had DJs. It's kind of different for us because I had to wait 2.5 hours before the bands played. Yeah. Because it was like a DJ from 8 to 10:30. So normally I'm, band. So, but it was cool.
Yeah, I've been to one of these before where the Dignitaries played several years ago. I think we're being invaded.
Might be being invaded.
No, this is the boys next door playing with their nuts.
Oh.
Bolts.
No, nothing better to do.
They need to light this.
Yeah, I need to light this. But yeah.
So this Game of Thrones.
All right.
They've here's the thing with most pop culture things. Like, I'm surprised that
did the little guy die?
We're not going to spoil anything.
Okay. Well, you said you were going to.
But I'm not yet.
I'm not watching.
Come on, would you just hang on a minute?
All right.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Okay.
I'm surprised that people are so accepting of EndGame because we live in a world where people hate everything. Or at least they're divided by everything. Everything wants to be polarizing. It's like, well, what side are you on?
Yeah, all right.
What side are you on? You got to have a side. And so there's no side with EndGame. Everyone's pretty much accepting of it. There are story issues that I was going to have if they did them, and they did, and I have some issues, but it doesn't matter.
I thought this was a Game of Thrones thing.
I'm just saying,
all right.
with Game of Thrones, people are divided. They're like, fucked, and I can actually understand why, because my issues with like EndGame are my own, but the ones that are in Game of Thrones that I can see in this storytelling, fucking flawed, just some serious flaws with their logic and execution of the story. Not that it would be easy to accomplish. I mean, just the feat itself of what they're doing is an accomplishment, and that's kind of what they're trying to stand on. But the actual storytelling and sense behind some things doesn't always make sense. It's not always the best. And people want to polish a turd all the time, and people want to smash and bash shit all the time too. And I don't really want to fall on either side of that, so I don't want to get too deep into certain things and sound like I'm bashing it. But that a lot of people were invested in this Ice King storyline, where from the very first episode, this zombie Ice King was marching slowly And this whole thing, winter is coming. You might have heard them say, winter's coming, because these zombies are going to fuck everything up. And their little Ice King is going to be this evil fucking terror force. He's Darth Vader, and he's the Emperor, and he's the Devil, and he's Voldemort, and he's all these things rolled into one. And then he got there. And
Is he a Slytherin?
I don't know.
Or is he more of a Dumbledore?
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They killed him.
No, I'm thinking
No.
Slytherin or
He was
Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff.
I
Hufflepuff.
think you're a Hufflepuff. He's dead. They killed him. He got there. He attacked them. They killed him.
The Ice King?
Yep, Ice King's dead. After 7 seasons, they killed him in one episode. As soon as he got there, one battle, boom, dead. Killed him.
Shit.
Now we're moving on. We're gonna finish the story now. We got to go and face the incest lady, and kill her or something. Now, that's really it. They like. Oh no.
Did you blow
Yep.
the entire thing out? Oh, dude, can you put it all back in? All
I don't think so. But maybe. Oh no,
No.
can't do that.
Wow. I've never seen anybody do that with him. His blade basically blew the entire insides of that joint right into his lap.
Yeah, at least it was into my lap.
Can you salvage it? Or?
Yeah, I can salvage it.
All right. Well, I'll give you another one. We'll try it again.
So, you'll hear arguments on both sides of this. Is that, well, it's Game of Thrones, so we're getting back to the Game of Thrones part, and the Ice King was just superficial. Hey, thanks. The Ice King was never the entire plot of the thing anyway. The Ice King was more an invention. It's more of an invention of the show and not the books.
Okay.
It's in the books, but it's not like what it is in the show, I guess, is my understanding. So,
so it wasn't really part of the original storyline.
I guess
to
not.
the extent that it was.
I guess not. Yeah.
So it was easier to kill it off in their eyes.
Yeah, but it's largely an unsatisfying conclusion to that story, and a largely nonsensical one with a whole bunch of loose ends never paid off, and a lot of mystery and mythology that they never even touched. And they masked that under making a well-loved, cool chick kill the guy, which is like, oh, that's... See, and so it's hard to complain about it because they let that chick kill him that everyone loves. So I get it. It's like, oh, but really,
What about the dragons?
one of the dragons is dead.
Right.
So now, so the Ice King invaded. One of the zombie dragons dead. But both of our dragons, the good guy dragons, made it out. But the dragon lady sent a bunch of her troops out to attack the zombies, and they just ran them out. They lit their swords on fire with magic, and then they ran them out to fucking die. Like it was fucking the Civil War or some shit. Which made no sense. There was no strategic sense in this. Like in terms of actual battle strategy or writing sense, none of that makes sense. They just sent these troops out to fucking go and die at the hands of these zombies. We're going to fight zombies in the dark. Another huge complaint about that episode, particularly, is that it was so dark that people can't hardly fucking see it. And I mean, it was a legitimate complaint. Some people were like, "Oh yeah, well you should get a better TV." It was like, "Fuck, man, they should make a show that you can see." And they're like,
they should film it better.
They're saying, well, it adds to the realism and the tension, and they're trying to make it realistic. And it's like, there's dragons, and rape. It's like, how real do you need it?
Yeah.
And so, and then the girl who does kill the Ice King somehow killed him. Like, first of all, there's all these zombies all around, and she somehow makes it behind him, and then jumps up, and for some inexplicable reason screams while she's jumping behind him.
They always do that. They scream as they're doing it. They're not being stealth.
Exactly, and this person's supposed to be an assassin. Assassin.
That's not.
Now, you can't, I guess, kill this guy from the back in the first place, but she's jumping from the back and screaming.
Oh, maybe that was to get him to turn around so she could stab him in the front.
I guess. Because inevitably that is what happens. He grabs her by the neck, and then she drops her knife, and then she grabs it with the other hand and stabs him all sneaky because it's a trick she learned. And there's a lot of payoff in the moment, but for some people, for other people they're just like bent. But anyway, the whole thing, it could have a satisfying conclusion, I guess. But see, now they're all like, where's it going to end? Where's the story going to end? Who's going to end up on their Iron Throne? Who's going to end up king of everything or queen of everything?
But is it over now?
No, there's still.
Oh, the camera's in.
Yeah, there's 3 more episodes. There's one episode you've not seen.
Yeah.
Or heard about, and 2 episodes I've not seen yet. No one's seen yet. They're not out yet. In these other episodes, Dragon Lady's losing everything. All of her friends and all of her army. She's losing all those guys. And her nephew that she's been banging is the rightful heir to everything. So she feels threatened and she's all upset. And one of her dragons gets killed. Also, you can put this in the case.
I like this set right here.
Okay. So now she's down to 1 dragon and no friends. Half of an army, if that. And she's going to fight the incest lady. The little guy is still alive.
All right.
Yeah. Now, I think I don't have any ideas of what's going to happen. I have a thought of what could be cool, and that is.
But I thought that it's done though.
No.
So it's not over.
No.
So somebody was saying that it was like
2 more.
2 more and then it's over.
Yeah. 2 more episodes. Yes.
So all those people could come back. Ice can come back.
It's a little late for that. This was theorized that maybe he could come back, but that man running out of time for that. There's so much they still got to fucking do. That's part of like.
Well, but they could do a thing where they could end it in a cliffhanger that makes people demand that it starts again. That they do another season or something like that. That's what they do all the time.
No. This is done. They're moving on. These 2 guys are going to go and ruin Star Wars. The guys that do this, which at this point I'm really not thrilled about because they don't tell story well. Some people will love it. Some people will love anything.
No. I mean, I love anything Star Wars only because I'm
maybe
a true Star Wars fan, but
maybe.
But I don't know. I did love the Star Wars Christmas. I didn't love that.
The Clone Wars animated movie that came out before the Clone Wars series came out, and before.
I got that on DVD.
Yeah, but that was not that great. The one with the baby Jabba thing and stuff. Dude, that was hokey. I went to the theater and saw that, and I was like disappointed in Star Wars when that happened. I sat through the prequels, and I enjoyed the prequels well enough after paying for those, but I did not enjoy that fucking Clone Wars movie, that cartoon. And and it took me off of a lot of things Star Wars. It was like, oh, this is what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Bummer.
I thought that was kind of hokey myself, that one part. And then there was Ewok Adventure.
Yeah.
Of course, that was when they were first starting out trying to get those puppets right and shit and stuff, and being all hokey. And then trying to make them... When they did Star Wars, there was filters and stuff that they were using to make it so the Ewoks looked more realistic by being not as clear. But in the Ewok Adventures, you can see them as clear as day, and you can see, they're fucking fake as shit.
Yeah. Yep, the Ewoks, they were not the best addition in the
But then
first
they were
place.
fucking cannibals. I didn't realize that they ate people and shit.
That's the one cool thing about them.
Once I realized that out, I was just like, ooh, shit. There's probably a more evil side to them that we didn't see. We should do another Ewok movie, The True Ewoks. Shows them all bloody mouths and stuff. And
Yeah, fucking horror movie where you're trapped on Endor and you're.
you know, got the faces of people fucking over their faces.
Oh, look at these cute little creatures! Oh no! Ah!
Yep, exactly.
I gotta be careful not to blow this whole joint out again.
Yeah, be careful. Don't do it while it's lit either. That would really suck.
So here's what I think would be cool in this Game of Thrones story, and that is that this dragon lady and her buddy John, who's her nephew, who she was banging, like they're both dragon people. That's the big twist. They're both descendants of the dragon people. So she's got this one dragon left, and she's threatened by her nephew John, who she was banging, because he's the rightful heir to the throne. He's got more claim to the throne than she does. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
So she should kill him. She should.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and it could happen.
Feed
But
him
here's-
to a dragon.
No, here's the thing. She should kill him, and then the dragon should kill her. That would be rad.
There you go.
Yeah,
And are they the last of the dragon people? Is that what you were saying?
that's as far as I know.
So, yeah, then the dragons would be on their own. They would be free.
Well, there's only one dragon left now, and trust me, people will kill that fucking thing quick. They want to kill because people are threatened by dragons. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's just a given. Oops, need an ash bib. Where are we on time?
I don't know. Let's look.
Okay, we got a clock right there. Remember? We look.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. I forgot. About
Yeah,
40?
I think we're doing all right. I think things are going good. So some of the stuff I wanted to play today, I'm skeptical of whether I'm going to play it or not now because of its
Do you have any sunny weather music in there?
sunny weather music. Well, I thought I just played a sunny weather music song a minute ago.
You did. Play some more sunny weather music. All right. Play that one. The 14.
Underneath the gold line, or did you fall into a trap? When your preacher dials up the devil's name, well, you ain't never gonna get your money back. Stuck inside a border town, all you cook to chew the gum. Dig another ditch in the desert sun. You ain't never gonna get your heart back. Out there in a border town, you're caught up in a trap. When your teacher dials up a beater's name, well, you ain't never gonna think the same again. Just before you shut the door and richly lose the faith, cover up your heart with gold. You just might need a gun to get yourself away. in a border town with my soul. We ain't never coming back home. Oh, where do we go now? In a border town, my soul, never coming back home.
see here. I don't even know where we are in the show anymore, Chris.
Oh, hey, did you see that 3 new Star Wars movies announced coming out? 2022, 2024, and 2026.
I believe this is the Benioff and Weiss stuff that I referred to. The 2 dudes who do Game of Thrones are taking on a trilogy of Star Wars movies. And I believe that is those movies. I believe. I'm not positive.
Okay.
And then there's also another trilogy being written by Rian Johnson, who did The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the Mandalorians, that's a series, right?
Just a TV series.
All right.
And that debuts this fall, November,
Yeah.
I believe. And
But is that on Amazon Prime or something?
no. Disney.
Disney. Oh, the Disney thing. Oh, that's right.
And
But I'm sure they're going to play one episode on normal TV so everybody can get sucked into it.
maybe
Because that's what they did with the Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah. Well, Discovery was a CBS show, and they used that to promote their CBS app, their all access thing, which is not got a lot of stuff unless you're into like Big Brother. Like if you're into Big Brother, then the CBS All Access app is the thing that you want because then you can get the live feeds and all that crap. But it's really not worth it. I mean, maybe there is some other stuff, but I don't know. It's not like. But I believe that ABC has an affiliation with Disney, so they would probably debut an episode on Disney or on ABC. But then again, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know for sure.
No, I'm pretty sure they will. They got to suck people into it.
I don't think
That's
they
how
need
they do
to.
it.
I don't think they need to. I think that they're
No, I don't think they do, but I think that's just my prediction, I think.
they're like
Because there's enough hype about it already.
yeah. There's like people are like, can we order it now?
Yeah.
We'll just do it now. And they're like, no, you wait till November. Order it then. This Mandalorian already okayed for a season 2.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Then there's also the Cassian Andor series. You know, the man from Rogue One.
Yep.
He'll have his own little series about finding his robot buddy and being in the Resistance and killing his friends for the sake of, the cause. And then we could even see another one because it'll be successful. But then, then you also got the Marvel shows and people want that Disney streaming service. There'll probably be a Marvel show very soon too, like one of them, like the Bucky and the Falcon show. They have their show, and WandaVision, which is Wanda and the Vision in some form or fashion somewhere. That's going to happen. And then Loki is going to have his own show. And I do know that I don't know how to phrase it so it's not spoiling anything. I don't know, honestly, either. There's not really any direct tie-ins that I can say are in Endgame necessarily, but there could be a couple that could be, that could be how they do some of these shows. So that's not spoiling anything for you. But, you already know that they're having the shows. And actually, so you've not seen Endgame, you're inevitably going to be spoiled in one way or another.
Well, I haven't yet. I haven't. I've avoided everything so far. I haven't heard anything about anything of it at all.
Well, I'll tell you right now, there's a Spider-Man trailer out.
Oh, I saw it. The other Spider-Man thing.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a.
But what was it? Let me see. I have it right here. Because I literally just saw it. Oh, let's Spider-Man something. But to me, I couldn't tell if it was a movie or if it looked like it was an animation.
Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about. But you shouldn't be looking for something that's going to spoil things for you if you don't want to be spoiled.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, that's the new Spider-Man movie. It comes out in July.
All right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got to not be spoiled for 2 movies.
No.
You can't even go on the internet anymore, Chris.
I need to avoid it.
Yeah.
Well, at least, well,
I don't know if you can listen to this show anymore. Because
I know I might have to deal with earphones on, so I don't hear what's going on. I'm just rambling stuff,
yeah,
coherently every once in a while.
Well, we were invaded in the middle of our show. We would have been done with this show an hour ago, but we were invaded by Cody Foster's army.
Yeah,
and
the whole army. Well,
yeah.
A third of the army.
So, yeah, a division.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Would that be the cavalry division or the coffin division? Is that a coffin division?
You mean coughing?
No, coffin. COFFIN.
That's a completely different word. There's an infantry and there's a cavalry and there's
cavalry. Infantry. Oh yeah, okay.
These could be part of an army.
Yeah. Well, from the patches, I've got a bunch of patches.
Uh-huh.
I think there's one that says.
I don't know what division the coffin division would represent.
I don't know. That may be a totally different other patch that I'm thinking of. So I don't know. See, Cody Foster invaded and screwed us all up.
Yeah.
Got us all thrown out of whack.
I told him we wouldn't put him in the show, and we're not going to put any of that stuff in the show, but we'll talk all about it. And I might just show just a clip. So yeah,
big plans next show.
Big plans next
Maybe
show.
outside.
Outside. We're going to do an outdoor show on location. Maybe on the waterfront, maybe in the woods somewhere, maybe
somewhere. Be cool.
Has to be a location where we don't have to walk too far. You know, obviously, just park and set up. Which there's places. There's definitely places. Waterfront, Point Defiance.
Yeah, you know, another way I thought that would be kind of cool of doing it, doing a mobile one, doing it as we're like going somewhere, like put the camera up so you can see it. Then we can like pull up to people and play a song and say, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And then it's have them, you know, pull up to them on the side of the road and stuff. Say, hey,
yeah, we've talked about that before. This is definitely something we can do. Something like that. Quizzes and game shows. Those are ideas I have sometime. Sometimes I talk about this Collider network that does some entertainment programming. Like they have their Jedi Council and they have their Heroes that's all about comic book properties. They have their daily movie talk. They have their Collider Live every day, weekday, where they just sit around like a radio talk show and just talk shit. And one of the side things that they got going on is a movie trivia schmoedown. It's a competition where they just compete with movie trivia. And they have a couple of dudes sit there like ring commentators, and they have a lot. Okay, so it's a movie trivia competition that has a lot of wrestling, bravado, kayfabe stuff in it. Like so that they can talk a lot of shit, the competitors, and they can have character.
Okay.
And there's a title that they have, and they compete for this title. And so, but it's taken very seriously, and the people who started competing in it have taken it more and more seriously. So it's a thing it's based out of Hollywood, and they've started taking it around the country, and because they're online, it's growing and growing. It's getting to be a legitimate kind of recognized thing, and the competitors take it very seriously. They're like into it. Like not just the fun of being a character, but the competitiveness of it, and like, and it's getting to a point where they're very amazing. Like they're just fucking phenomenal. Like because retaining any knowledge to a certain degree starts to become impressive. I might have mentioned on the show also. There's the guy that's just tearing up Jeopardy. You know anything about that guy? This guy on Jeopardy is just broken Jeopardy. It's changed the game. He's a Las Vegas gambler. Been kicked out of a few casinos because he's just really good. Wins a lot, and he's kind of broken the Jeopardy system where he goes in and he's really good about hitting the button, getting in there. He cleans out the bottom row first and collects a lot of money with the highest scoring questions. And then he searches the board and tries to find the daily double, and then bets tons of money on the daily double if he knows the subject. And then just ends up fucking just breaking records, and he's been on a roll. I guess he had one close call, but for the most part he's just blowing people out of the water. And there's been other people who have been very successful on Jeopardy, like this Ken Jennings guy a long time ago, who had a really, really long win streak, but it wasn't as high in numbers. He wasn't making as much. But I don't know. It's at least putting a lot of interest in it, and I like kind of trivia contests like that. Although Jeopardy becomes very elite, at a certain point, they're asking some tough questions. That's just not necessarily every day. On a good day, I can answer a bunch of questions, but on the average day, I'm just an average person. Now, the movie one ends up being pretty much similar because I don't remember most of that shit. I can remember a surprising amount of stuff from certain eras, and I did, for some reason or another, pay a lot of attention, or I do know a lot about certain aspects of pop culture, and I don't know why, or I guess I listen to a lot of this shit, but these guys are just fucking, they're mental athletes. They're really just busting their balls. And my whole point in all of this is that that would be a neat thing to see here in this region, because it's expanding out, going out, and they have amateur leagues and stuff like that. And it's the kind of thing that can be done in small venues or places like bars or stuff like that.
Like a trivia night and stuff like that.
Yeah, there already is trivia night. So this is a very specific.
That's what Ashley just started doing.
Oh, is that right?
Quizmaster Ashley Ash.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so and they've got divisions now, I think, in this league. Like they have, I think, maybe a Star Wars division, and specific ones.
Yeah, it's funny to talk about that because Ashley, at the place where she works, they had a guy that was doing this trivia night. Well, this one group of people always would win. Yeah. Always would win, right? So the guys at Cascades, they got fed up. They kind of got fed up with it, so they made the guy that was doing the quiz change it up and do it different, than what he was advertising, right? Those people lost. It was the only time they ever lost.
See.
So they just said, no, we can't have you here no more. Because every time those people won, they got free meal, free alcohol. Their tab was taken care of. Plus, they got a bonus meal for the next time. So basically, every time they come, they just eat all they want, drink all they want, and then the guy gets paid money no matter what, and his buddies always gets taken care of.
I see.
So now Ashley's taking over, and they're doing it.
That's right.
So yeah, but they caught on to it pretty fast because the legitimacy of things like that is important. It is. Yeah, it goes a long way in terms of making things credible and healthy and reliable. Like you want people to, it's validation for the thing. Like and yeah, like if just your customers are coming in and seeing the same people win all the time, that alone would be like 3 times would be enough for me. Yeah.
I'd be like,
well, yeah, and it was making customers not come back because they were just like, they felt like it was biased and stuff. It was set up.
Yep. No
So,
good.
yeah.
So If ever there's a movie trivia schmoedown competition amateur league set up around here, it should be completely legitimate. And if ever there's a taco eating competition, you can mark my words, no funny business.
No funny business.
Yeah. Those tacos will all have the same amount of meat, cheese, and lettuce in them.
And hard tacos,
Yeah.
not soft tacos.
Hard tacos, yep. No, no dunking them
Chew
in
that
water.
shit.
That's right. Have rules. There's a reason for rules.
Yes.
Okay, well, on that note, seems like I had a show plan that didn't happen, and the show that happened was just fine.
Yes.
And on that note, we should just let it rest, let it be, because I'm sure it's probably a 4-hour show. You know, it's probably,
yeah. We got plenty. By the time you add everything in there and
Yeah.
stuff, it's gonna be up there a little bit.
All right, so
So right on.
we'll let you guys go, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for everything. You can follow us on Facebook at the MAWP Music and Art and Wright Park web page, the Facebook page. You can go and like that page, and you can find our YouTube page, and you can like that, subscribe to that, or whatever you do. Like the videos, share the podcast, support local music in all its varied forms. Go to venues. There's tons of venues to go and see great bands nowadays. Go and do that, and buy their records. Click on the links in the descriptions down below and find these bands, and support them, and tell them that you love them and adore them. And thank you. Good night. Good day.
night.
Wherever you are.
Live long and prosper.
Check it. Look. Dino Bravo, push up aficionado. You forgot to rub the tree of hope at the Apollo. Birdman hand rub, practice in the mirror. It ain't really acting if the action is sincere. Funny style, Tracy Morgan hat with the propeller on it. First class ticket to hell if the infidel is on it. S. Rockefeller storyteller, yes. I be rocking all you got was moratorium forever. Silencio and this shit go for audio and video. 2 lines in my crooked letters on my Nipsey though. Money in the mailbox, bunnies in the nail shop. Inhale inspiration, exhale Chevelle drop Chevys. Classic, that's yellow tops and spider bags. Wiretaps as dark as hell is hot, waving the pirate flag. Skull and bone society, Illuminati diary. You looking at the scoreboard and missed the point entirely. The irony, Pinot Grigio and Caesar salad. My hot box, something like Castillo and Corrales, let it ring. Love, hate relationship with good fellas. Never Ray Liotta over radio, Raheem, that dope. Yellow top spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Now in my younger days I never sported a rag. I used to really wanna be the quarterback. Now I quarterback deals on autograph bills. I get caught up, I just ask them where the lawyer at. So the more I score, the more I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The more I glow, the more I'm looking for a Laura Charles. Today is Mary Jane, you know she gon' be loud. You never really know she got a Mona Lisa smile. And my weed had your head spinning, I put some English on it. Niggas be thinking I'm crippin', how I can see some moments ETS shining. Probably never home, VVS diamonds, solitary stone. Last name Hill, always laid like Lauren. Yeah, they want my DNA so they can trace my origin. Stringer Bell, Burner, Mitsubishi, Montero. Bitches cooking in bikinis straight from Rio de Janeiro. Ain't no holy matrimony. Macking on my goldie, shed the last year I had for OPM. My nigga Bodie, now my blunts looking like we don't empty out the tobacco. 1400, you wanna copy from Castro. I remember practicing how I would write my name. Now they buy my shit and tie off and find a vein, that dope. Yellow top spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope. Yellow tops and spider bag, this is that dope.
You can't have the lover till you make the bed. screaming into pillows, asking anybody please tell me the answer to all this pain, to all my suffering. If you're waiting for life to get fair, it's the awful truth, you're never gonna get there. If misfortune
came and went. Do what she do just to pay her rent. She took my money, wouldn't wear my ring. There's my heart just like she owns the thing. You know that's just so it goes. So when you're dealing with some part-time love, someday she's gonna kill me in my sleep. But right now I can't get enough. Say what you wanna, there's no way to call her. She stops by when she needs. So say what you wanna, there's nothing else to call her. Oh, hot mess, let me be. Hot mess, she's all I got. Doesn't make a difference if she knows it or not. Certified killer on the disco scene, yeah. She's Aphrodite, super fox, she's keeping it clean. You know that's just so it goes. So when you're dealing with some part-time love, someday she's gonna kill me in my sleep. But right now I can't get enough. Say what you wanna, there's no way to call her. She stops by when she needs. Say what you wanna, there's nothing else to call her. Oh mama, let me be. She's done and gone. Got nothing left but this piece of a song. She took my money, wouldn't wear my ring. It ain't car stealing when you own everything.
let it breathe. I'm just rolling. I'm just rolling. Yeah. It's just one of those days. 80 degrees, sun shining. Feeling like I'm fresh out the pen. Ready to hit the block and tear some shit up. It's a brand new day, and I'm at it again. I'm feeling hella good, like I'm fresh out the pen. It's been a long while, but I'm back in the flesh. Nothing like the rest, still throwing up the west. Staying true to what these cold streets made me. Ain't nothing changed, I'm a 70s baby. Old school to the core, like an afro. Cool ass nigga, I just do what comes natural. Being sitting on a brand new set. Custom painted dubs, how fly does it get? See, many a call, but few are chosen. Call me the golden child, I keeps it rolling. East side's where I got my start in 47th Street, nigga, McKinley Park. You ain't got enough heart to make it out here. You might as well pack your shit up and disappear. There's only one rule, and it's called survival. And just like your heartbeat, your hustle is vital. I'm trying to swim with the sharks in the deep end, grind all day and play hard on the weekend. It's just a thing that we do. We say fuck them other niggas. They ain't thinking about you. Ain't no time to boo-hoo. Wipe your teeth. Quit crying. Either get busy living or get busy dying. See, many a call, but few are chosen. Call me the golden child. I keeps it rolling. Riding till the wheels fall off. It's automatic. Doing what I gotta do 'cause I got to have it. See, many a call, but few are chosen. Call me the golden child. I keeps it rolling. Riding till the wheels fall off. It don't stop. Doing what I gotta do to reach the top. 9731299. You ain't talking money, stay the hell off my line. You wanna get together, wanna spend some time. We can fucking be friends, but I'm wine and dine. I ain't lying, I'm telling the truth, I can't lie. Can't make a hoe a housewife, so I try. It's easy come, easy go, it's your choice. Love me or leave me, 'cause being me ain't easy. I voice my opinion, so be careful what you ask. I stay on the move, that's why my foot's on the gas. I see you looking, what's on your mind? Heart full of hate, can't stand to see me shine. I ain't blind, I can see right through you. Spit one verse and have you sprung like voodoo. I'm not your ordinary run-of-the-mill. Some do it for the love, others do it for the real. It really don't matter when it's over, as long as you keep it real and go out like a soldier. Guns blazing, I ain't afraid to die. Got my feet on the ground, but I ain't afraid to fly. Blast off to a whole new level, where we all live in lavish. Ain't nobody acting ghetto. No drama, no BS. We just sipping on that DS. So I know when you see us. See, many a call, but few are chosen. Call me the golden child. I keeps it rolling. Riding till the wheels fall off. It's automatic. Doing what I gotta do 'cause I got to have it. See, many a call, but few are chosen. Call me the golden child. I keeps it rolling. Riding till the wheels fall off. It don't stop. Doing what I gotta do to reach the top.
Something isn't right, but I know I love you. I only I already blocked you. What are you laughing at?
All right, I'm out the door.
See ya.
Okay, bye.
Hey. Shit, go already. What a loser.
Haters can't stand him. Stay in the position, it's the auto-goon captain. Nigga, what's cracking? I'll be posting in the hood. Smoking blunts, fresh air, yeah. Like Aspen, my words is an eruption. True position, you whack cats think you fresh cuz you got a nice name and a snapback. I crush your ball cat, kick your balls back. Get your boys back, get the towns crack. Get the sounds that can liquefy your ground. The game is over. Just watch the cool maniacs and rising beans hold it down, nigga.
I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. So beat down, so beat down, so beat down, so beat down. I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. So beat down, so beat down, so beat down, so beat down. Hitchcock, psycho out the ward. Laying niggas down, man, eye to the boards. But me, I'm crazy style and always stay sharp. And while I fade them out and giving niggas parts. So peep down, cause I'm number one. A moonwalk over the finish line right after I start. And if you wanna doubt about how the line raw, I just slap you at my bar and take a bite out of your car. Hitting heads and beds, just call me Savage Heart. And I ain't a funny nigga, but you can laugh if you want. And if you wanna see a nigga front, just get right under my foot when I stop. I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. So beat down, so beat down, so beat down, so beat down. I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. So beat down, so beat down, so beat down, so beat down.
72 steps in Jacob's ladder, 72 languages confused by the Tower of Babel. My slang damages amateurs. Egyptian priests spoke 72 languages. In the history of Taoism, there are 72 immortals. I'm more than nice with my medible morsels. Make you meet mortuary with my speak from my molars. It's oh so serious. Osiris was buried with 72 followers. Confucius had 72 disciples. I diss and confuse you and spit 72 icicles. I'm one trinary star, but that equals three. 3 Jedi Knights couldn't fuck with me. In 72 years, the earth moves in 1 degree.
I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. So beat down, so beat down, so beat down, so beat down. I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one.